For decades, Syria has been ruled with an iron fist by the Assad dynasty. Hafez al-Assad, followed by his son Bashar, maintained a tight grip on power. This control came at a cost. Human rights abuses were rampant. Dissent was met with brutal force. The Arab Spring uprisings in 2011 ignited simmering tensions within Syria. The protests, calling for democracy and reforms, were violently suppressed. A brutal civil war erupted, plunging the country into chaos. Regional powers, each with their own interests, became involved in the conflict. The rise of extremist groups, like ISIS, further complicated the situation. The Syrian people have endured unimaginable suffering. Millions have been displaced, seeking refuge in neighboring countries and beyond. The international community has struggled to find a solution to the Syrian crisis. Peace talks have failed, and a lasting ceasefire remains elusive. The potential fall of the Assad regime raises critical questions about the future of Syria and the wider Middle East. Bashar al-Assad boarded a plane, left Syria with his family, and went to Russia, where they received political asylum. The collapse of the Assad regime would send shockwaves throughout the region. A power vacuum in Syria could further destabilize an already volatile region. Extremist groups like ISIS and Al-Qaeda could exploit the chaos to gain strength and expand their influence. This poses a direct threat to neighboring countries like Israel, Jordan, and Lebanon. The flow of refugees, already a major concern, could increase dramatically, straining resources and heightening tensions. A new wave of human suffering would further complicate the already dire humanitarian situation. The potential for renewed conflict and instability has significant implications for global security. The Syrian conflict has become a complex web of competing interests involving regional and global powers. Turkey, fearing Kurdish autonomy on its border, has been a vocal critic of Assad and a key supporter of Syrian rebel groups. Saudi Arabia, a Sunni power, views Assad's alliance with Shiite Iran as a direct threat to its regional influence. Iran, on the other hand, sees Assad as a crucial ally in its quest for regional dominance. Tehran has provided significant military and financial support to prop up the Syrian regime. Russia, under Putin, has become a major player in the Syrian conflict, providing crucial military support to Assad and bolstering its own influence in the region. While the complete collapse of the Assad regime is a possibility, other scenarios are equally plausible. A weakened Assad, clinging to power in a fragmented country, could lead to a prolonged stalemate. This is likely to result in continued suffering for the Syrian people and prolonged instability in the region. A negotiated power transition, though difficult to achieve, could offer a path towards a more stable future for Syria. This would require significant concessions from all parties, including Assad himself and his international backers. The international community has a responsibility to work towards a peaceful resolution of the Syrian conflict. A negotiated power transition, though difficult to achieve, could offer a path towards a more stable future for Syria. This would require significant concessions from all parties, including Assad himself and his international backers. Including Assad himself and his international backers. The international community has a responsibility to work towards a peaceful resolution of the Syrian conflict.